Starting off like a champ. Like a champ. Okay, energy levels go up. 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 Ho. Up, ho. No. No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we are back. The Sketchbook Heroes, episode 103 with me, Elias.
And me, Robert. 103. With me, Robert. Sketchbook Heroes. Heroes.
With an accent.
Yes.
The guy that doesn't make accents does an accent.
I always do for some stupid reason.
Always like disclaiming that you don't do accents and
No,
then just like always making it.
So 103. Like
103. Yeah.
What's special about 103?
103.
Is that like a special number somewhere?
Sure.
'Cause
I have no idea.
no.
It's just 3 episodes away
More.
from 100.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay.
Wait.
For all those counting, it feels like ages ago since we did 100.
Yes.
Well,
it
maybe it's
kinda
because
was.
it's the delay. Yeah, because we released them one. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it is like, even from last week, it does feel like
A long
half a
time.
year
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Because
That is true.
Never remember what we talk about. Never.
No,
remember,
I do
like-
remember because I listened on the way here.
Yeah, that's
to
the
that
only reason
episode.
I
Yeah.
remember. But I had to remind myself, like
Yes.
when we're actually sitting here talking, nothing.
Nothing. No.
Nothing.
That yeah. If I'm gonna refer back to the previous episode, things get a bit blurry,
Oh yeah.
especially when we're like recording. Like as soon as you press play and I can see the red dot sort of light up, I'm like,
Yes. Memory wipe.
You got to just go in with a clean slate.
Yeah, that's how we do this. That's why we can sort of guilt-free repeat ourselves every single time, because we honestly don't know that we
Yeah.
have talked about this,
Exactly.
which is today's episode.
We just repeat the previous episodes just a bit.
Yeah,
differently.
just a little bit. But before we do that, let's do some intro song. And
Intro
this
song.
time, not so
Okay.
loud. Yes. Plonk.
Just like not so loud. What is the
No.
volume?
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
They loved 80s cartoons. Even with beards and tattoos, you know they haven't changed at all. Filling sketchbooks every night, getting better with each line. Sketchbook heroes, imagination burning. Sketchbook heroes, sketchbook heroes pick up. Sketchbook heroes, they don't seem to have any line. Sketchbook heroes.
Shut your face. Yeah.
All right.
So we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah. Hi.
Definitely back.
Are we definitely back?
Yeah, nothing new has happened. Still vacay mode.
Still vacay
done
mode.
tons of things, and then in the
Remembered
evenings. Yeah, exactly. You just die, play video games, sleep too late, repeat.
Yeah, that's vacation.
Vacation.
That's like, in my head, that's the only form of vacation that I want.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what else are you gonna do?
Oh, dude.
Take your time, enjoy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no, I haven't really done all that much new stuff. Like, all the really fun new things just came sort of yesterday and the day before yesterday. So throughout the whole week, nothing. And then the weekend, psha, like so much new things to do and new energy and all this really fun, new, good stuff. One of which is another secret project that I cannot announce or show anything from until it gets either rejected or approved for this art book that might be coming sometime early next year. So the deadline is December,
Mm-hmm.
which pretty much means that there will be no new Instagram posts from me until then, pretty much. I'm gonna slowly start publishing my poster very soon, and that's
The
only-
first one, the big one.
the big one.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm now allowed to sort of show tease pics of it and stuff, and
yeah.
start building the hype.
Mm-hmm.
But like it just feels wrong when I have maybe 5% left to finish on it.
Yeah.
It's just like,
But since we might have like one new listener, is that exhibition happening?
so
What's happening? What's the update?
so quick wrap up of the story of the poster, which has been sort of going on forever now. It feels like. Originally, it was supposed to be an exhibit in London, like a huge gallery showing, celebrating the 2 magnificent years of movie film magic, 89 and 90. Movies like the first Batman with Tim Burton, Edward Scissorhands, stuff like that. Like really big, famous movies. Fantastic years. But then Corona, or Rona as we say, came in, just sort of ended all the fun that was left of 2020. And no physical exhibit anymore. But we're still going ahead, and there's still going to be like an online gallery thing. But what I did for this big event was that I painted a poster in scale 1:1 because I wanted to stick out a bit and do something a little bit more special than maybe the rest of the other people that are doing works for this exhibit. That's why you haven't seen any of my stuff pretty much this whole year, because I've only been working on this poster and I'm not allowed to post anything. Well, until now, I can start showing small little teaser pics, like I said, but I can still not really show the entire poster, which I have anyways, but I'm a sneaky fuck. So I remove it and just hope that nobody saw it. But so I'm just about wrapping that project up. And then just because I'm about to finish that one, this next one came in and it's the exact same thing. So the exhibit doesn't really give me anything, and if I don't sell the poster that I've been working on, which is of course the dream, but at this stage I don't think, like, not a chance in hell I'm going to be able to sell it just through online.
No. Like, that's always trickier, but at least you're introduced to the clientele that would. But it would have been awesome to be in person. Oh shit! Crying, it's trying to come out. But just like being there with the right clientele and just like making those connections, because then they could commission you to do other stuff.
That was the dream.
I think that would have been,
because that's the one thing that I would really love to keep doing more and sort of get paid for. Like become better as a poster artist and actually get proper commissions and do that sort of stuff. That would be the dream. Or that is like the one dream that I have left. It feels like
you shouldn't underestimate like how much some nerds are willing to pay for stuff that was originally created for their fan, or whatever. Like
exactly.
Like the way they like they could get their dream poster of what that movie means to them or that franchise,
Exactly. And that's the cool thing. The whole alternate movie poster thing is becoming like more and more desired, I think. Like it's become more popular to buy these sort of things. Because the hand painted poster is dead and gone, for decades now. So it's nice to see that there's still a group of people that value that type of work, which is what I love doing. It's the combination of everything that I love in life. So, I think it's the one thing that I will always keep doing. Doesn't matter where my life takes me or whatever I do. I will always be just doing these movie posters, mostly for myself, really. But yeah, I just love it so much. So it's so cool that I'm actually getting these invites to bigger and bigger things now. So I can't talk about this project more than I have, so I will leave it for a further episode. But just know that the creative spark is back, and I'm creating new things, and also got a new Modesty Blaze cover to do as well.
Sweet.
So, yeah. Good.
Those are different as well.
Yeah, those are very, very different.
But it's fun. Like it is a like realistic style of comics.
Yeah,
that I enjoy.
It's.
I also had a crush on Modesty Blaze as a kid.
Who
like
didn't?
Really awesome.
Yeah, she kind of looks Greek.
I think she looks like Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah, she does. That's true. And she also looks.
She
bit
also
Greek.
looks amazing.
Yeah. and amazing. But yeah. So that's what I've been doing sort of this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the rest of the week is just, I don't know what I've done. I worked.
What I've done.
I had dinner with my parents, which was awful. Oh, and we had we had like a little picnic gathering, but just like the tattoo people.
Ooh.
So because of, again, Rona ruining everything for everybody, we haven't, like, the fun thing about doing tattoo conventions is meeting all of your friends that you only meet at conventions because you never have time to go to anybody's, studio or whatever. So some person, I don't know who it was, came up with this brilliant idea to do like just a gathering of like, well, the tattoo people that normally hang out at conventions. So we just did that instead.
So how many people will we talking?
I don't know how many came in the beginning. I came in a little bit late, but when I came, maybe, I don't know, somewhere between 10 and 12 people, something like that. And it was just like the closest group.
Yeah, of course.
And it was so nice. Just like, I wasn't there for long. I was just there for a couple of beers, but nice to sort of hang out with like-minded people going through the same sort of shit that everybody else in the business is going through. But I can't really call it shit because there's a lot of work to be done, but it's a weird situation where it's, you never know if your client is going to cancel or not cancel on the day or not. Like, it's just so much up in the air in some strange way.
Like more than normal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, I mean, you're always not 100% sure about stuff when it comes to this type of job because you're relying on a person that you might not know at all. And, there's no guarantees. And, now more than ever, that guarantee is really out the window because this person could wake up and have like, they stubbed their toe and they're like, oh my God, it's Corona. Like, I don't know if I should come in. My toe hurts.
Yeah. No, but I do get that people like,
and in all fairness, that's a good thing. Like they should do that.
They should do that.
They should definitely just stay away as much as possible.
But it doesn't take away that it can get frustrating.
No. And that is the word.
The word.
I would say that's the word for this year. Frustrating.
I don't know. I kind of enjoyed this year so far. Like Rona and all. Like, I don't know.
It could be worse. That's for
sure. It could be worse, but I also see the potential of, like, how like work has changed for a lot of people. Like, not for the people that lost their jobs, and that's always gonna suck.
No, most definitely.
But
so many horrifying things that have happened this year that people just don't see. That's the thing. Like,
that's the thing. Yeah. But I also, like, I'm trying to see the positives as well.
Well, you have to.
About, like, just maybe remote work will get an uplift. That people can actually, do what they love and not having to be in the office, 365 days a year.
No. Like, just have one day where you go in for meetings. Or, that'd be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. Not having to be at the office all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind being at the office. I enjoy that. But when I have to do it all the time, then it becomes, everyday life and mundane shit that you have to do. So having the option, now where I work, we already have like, oh, I can't be in like 3 days this week. They're like, yeah, okay, well, who cares? So that's always nice. But I'm thinking like, other jobs, where that's a possibility, but they're like, no, we have a no work from home policy. Yeah. Because we're assholes. And now, there is no reason. Yeah. And now you have to.
And now they realize that, oh, wait, people are actually productive when they're working at home too, and this works. Huh. Yeah. Wasn't it Twitter that
Twitter
went out and said that
they were the first company, I think, that went like, oh, we're just going to continue doing this.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Whoever wants to come in.
Yeah. Because it works.
It works.
Like people are still delivering on what they need to deliver, apparently. So
I guess it depends on the company.
Yeah. But I mean, why wouldn't it work? It's such a weird thing.
No, but I think there are some people that just can't handle it.
No, of course not. Like, I know that I am a procrastinating fuck, but I also know that if I procrastinate enough during the day, I'm gonna stay up all night and work because I'm still gonna do the work.
I couldn't do that though, because my work is people are depending on it, so
Yeah.
I have to do it.
No, I still deliver on my set
on time,
deadline.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
okay.
that, like, if I'm at home, maybe I'll play video games all day and then work all night instead. But I will still deliver on when
said
it
that,
should
yeah.
be.
But my deadlines are way shorter.
Yeah.
So they're not like on Friday. Like they're like, okay, Monday, Tuesday you do this, Tuesday blah blah blah. I'll do that. Like you have to, and then someone needs to like put it in.
Yeah, yeah.
So that always like I couldn't play video games.
I'm not saying that I play video games.
No,
all
no,
the time.
I do get it. Like you'd use your time however you want it. That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
and I am more
And then-
productive in the nighttime hours
Same.
anyways. That's just how I work. It's easier.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, that's such a strange thing too. Like, that's something that I've been wondering about.
There's probably a study on it.
I'm sure
Somewhere.
there is. Like,
I just haven't.
again,
looked up.
I keep thinking about stuff, but I never
Mhm.
look anything up or
Same.
research anything.
Just like bro science it.
Yeah, 100%. But
That's not the topic of today, though.
isn't it?
No,
Isn't it?
Isn't it? No, we were going to talk about the time in between, like the projects, like
Yes.
wrapping something up, and
And
then the
vacuum,
void.
yes.
Yeah, the void. I love the word. Just
Both V
different
words.
word, yeah.
V words.
Yeah, but just like that void that is in between, like
The projects.
the
Or-
projects, yeah,
yeah.
like where you sort of like, it's like an event.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh my God, I'm at this convention, we're doing this thing. As soon as that's over, there's like a sadness, there's like a,
Yeah.
you have to land and sort of like,
What happens there?
yeah.
And that is interesting.
Mhm.
I
No,
think-
it is interesting.
So that's where we're diving in.
Yeah.
So so off the top of your head, like, because you're already on the track,
The head.
the rail.
No, you're already on your head.
You're already on your head. But yeah, talk about that.
Uh,
Like after a big event, because you are more of the events type
No,
of guy.
I always get like bummed out. Like,
Yeah.
I've learned to handle it, but it is.
Which means you take a day off after the event.
Yes, no. It's just that it is empty.
Yeah.
And the problem with the events is that you're the center of attention. And if the event has gone well,
Mhm.
I guess the more, it's like an Instagram like. If you get a lot of likes and then you get nothing, it's the same thing. It's the same, I think it's the same chemicals somewhere in your body that are being produced, you know, like the,
Endorphins or
yeah, whatever the fuck it is that happens. Who cares? Like, it's the, like that feeling, that sadness of losing all that like positive energy around you,
Yeah.
like that drive, everything.
But it's all. I think it's a lot that you spend those. Let's call it the endorphins.
Mm-hmm.
You spend those during the event.
Yeah.
So your vault of endorphins is emptied out,
Mm-hmm.
and when the event is over, your whole body just
Yeah, I
shuts
think
down.
so. I
You're
think so.
empty with every piece of energy that you have, whether it's just pure happiness and staying
Yeah.
awakeness, but
Like-
also your body and
Is
like,
it LSD that does that as well? Like it creates these like happy things. What? There's one drug that does like.
ecstasy?
Is it ecstasy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that does it. Like you get super happy, and then the next day you get like the opposite,
Yeah,
where you get super like. You
but
get
that's most drugs work that way.
Mhm.
Like that's why I love weed, because you don't have that sort of backlash. You're a little bit tired
Yeah.
afterwards, but you will never be like depressed because you've spent all your
Yeah.
happiness.
Yeah.
But with ecstasy, that's how it works.
Okay, yeah.
Because
I'm thinking that it's like basically the same thing but milder.
Yeah.
But
100%.
And I'm thinking that's why celebrities get so fucked up.
Yeah.
Because of the high, like so much attention,
and then
like downtime is, you know, like
I'm just thinking of John
depressing.
Travolta straight off the bat.
Oh, really? I'm thinking of every child
or
celebrity,
like Will Smith.
Yeah.
But just like, because they had this super powered start
Mm-hmm.
and were super famous, and then nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then super famous, like John Travolta coming in from, Grease and Saturday
Mhm.
Night Live and Staying Alive, maybe those early movies that were
Yeah.
like made him a super hit,
Yep.
and then nothing. And
And
then
then he came back as
Pulp Fiction,
yeah.
and it's like superstar again. and then some bad choices, and well, now
some weird ones. Yeah, some super weird movies that came like after 2000.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, he's
and
an
he's,
action star
and he's just
now?
kept that going now.
Yeah.
It's it's so much fun just tracking his sort of journey. I think Joe Blow did a video on him just recently.
Really?
That's why he's fresh in my head.
Because in my head, him and Steven Seagal look basically the same nowadays.
Yeah, they do.
And they could fucking be brothers in the next Steven Seagal movie.
I haven't thought of that ever.
Dude, it
that
just
is
hit
genius.
me just while you were talking. I'm like, yeah, Steven Seagal, like
Holy
John
shit.
Travolta, Steven Seagal.
And they're
they're-
like just I think they're just the same sort of build now too. Both
That's what
look
I
like
mean,
sort of
yeah.
Barba Papa.
Yeah, but they fucking, yeah.
That's so weird. Yeah. So I loved our derails, man. We just started talking about the topic, and now it was half an hour of John Travolta. What the fuck?
But yes, I do get depressed between shows. And it's not, like, I get a bit down. Like,
It's not like I want to kill myself down. It's
no, it's just the
emptiness.
I don't know, emptiness. Yeah.
And it's hard to take in, or like for me, I don't do as many events in the same way that you do, like you do. So for me, I don't know what that's like all the time. But whenever I do an event, the same exact thing. I normally do take a day off. Extra day off after an event because I know I'm gonna need it, probably more than one. I try not to look at my phone. Like, I just keep away from everything because I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to look at anything. I just want to like sleep and eat and not even eat.
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. Like, and when I come back from like any gig that is live, I can't not do anything because I either do them on a weekday and have to go back to work, or it's a weekend and my kids want to hang out. We got to do stuff, or like there's something waiting to be done.
The commitments.
Yeah, and so I there was no like, which I guess is a good thing as well, where I just don't have to think about it. You just sort of like keep doing stuff and get distracted.
Yeah. And I think that's a good key in life too, to keep yourself busy and occupied. But then again, you also need that time to push the brake a bit and just relax and refuel, which is what I've been doing now.
Yeah.
Like the full week that I've had off, and off I mean with no Anna at home. It just sounds horrible.
Just alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Alone time.
Like, just
We all need it.
a full week of being by myself. It's the best, but it's also very sad. Like, in the long run, it starts feeling very, very alone, and you realize that, well, you feel better with people in your life. But I also need it so much, like, to function as a person.
But I think you need to be honest with yourself as well, because I'm the same, where I need time for myself, and vacation is not that time.
No, vacation is most of the time more work.
Yeah, because
especially if you're a dad.
Yeah,
like I can't even start to imagine what that would be like.
so there is no downtime. But my kids do play a lot on their own as well. So when I'm at home nowadays, they just run around the yard. They have friends over. So I don't have to take active stuff, like be actively there in the sense that I have to play with them or, like do stuff I don't want to do. Like, oh, yeah, let's play basketball, and I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
And the beauty of it is that since I don't have to do it then, when we actually get around to doing it, it's a fun thing,
Yeah.
So, but downtime, like I think just investing time in yourself is super important. And I know that a lot of people in relationships aren't that honest.
Yeah.
And one always gets offended.
Yes.
Like, oh, you don't want to be with me?
What's wrong with me?
Yeah, me. And yeah.
But that's something that I realized way too late in my life, to be brutally honest from the get-go and just lay those cards on the table. And like, just say, I am a person that really needs my alone time. So like, it's not that I hate you. I just need to be. Yeah, exactly. if you don't leave me alone, I will.
Exactly.
So yes, just give me like a week off every once in a while. But yeah, now it's like, well, 3 more weeks of pretty much alone time, and I'm already climbing up the walls.
Yeah.
But I mean, after a full week, I've started getting that creative juice
Mm-hmm.
pumping again. So I'm hoping I can keep it going and start producing a lot more stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, probably not.
And that should be okay too. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because right now, like vacation mode, like we do so many things during the day that I just don't have it in me to sit and be creative. You know, like,
Yeah.
like I'm not on Discord. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not anywhere right now.
You're on vacation.
I'm on vacation, yeah, from all of it.
And that's important, again.
But then again, the non-productiveness of it is really making me climb up and down the walls.
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to have goals and like, okay, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to do that and then that, and now I have nothing. So everything that I try to do just feels like labor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do Instagram. I don't want to reply to anyone. And, you know, so
But
I'm just going with it. So for the next 2 weeks, I'll probably do what I'm doing now, nothing.
Yeah.
And just accept, you know, the nothingness that I'm in. And just
Enjoy it.
enjoy it, yeah.
I think that's the only thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't think about it
But I
too
have
much.
drawn something today, so
Well, that's good.
so
At
that's
least-
good.
at least
We'll see if
something.
I ever post it, but I've drawn.
Yeah. But okay, so talking about the in-between
Mm-hmm. Like just stuff. Yep. This happens to me like no matter what it is. I think work stuff, like freelance work that I do from home, I'm always glad to be rid of. Like even if I enjoy the project, I don't have that sort of landing, you know, like where I need to like, I'm just happy that it's like off my table and I can get paid.
Exactly.
Like, you know, and I can like get some money in. But personal stuff, like let's say I do this piece and then it's like rendered and done, then I feel it like that. Like it's not, this one is a bit milder than, you know, conventions, because then you meet people, maybe you're the center of attention, or maybe it's just the energy of the place, like Comic-Con. Like even if I'm not, like on Comic-Con, we weren't selling, I wasn't like continuously selling things.
No.
I only had, you know, I don't remember how
8,
many.
right?
10,
Didn't you?
I think I had 10, but I had only 8 at the show, I think. So let's say 3 days and I sold 8 pieces plus some originals. And so I wasn't, like the attention wasn't on me all the time. Like some people came by and wanted to buy it, and some people came by to admire it and look through the sketchbook. But most of all, like Comic-Con is just the energy, like the people, the stuff.
But that's the thing
the
too,
friends,
like,
you know.
because you need to keep that energy level even if you're not selling anything as well, because
But
well,
no, we just have fun, you know. It's like the people that listen to this show plus some friends, you know. And so it's like it's a lot of fun, and I don't get to do that with friends as much anymore.
but it's still like you still put on that mask of either being the sketchbook hero or
like
the dude that drew Zelda pieces. You know,
like you're the social
Exactly.
version of yourself. Like
so
that.
it's always like with that extra energy, like oomph. Also because you're around people and all that stuff. So, like, if that was in your living room, obviously you wouldn't be as tired the next day in that sense. Like, so it's still very, like, it's hard work being at a convention or doing an event in general. Like,
but I do enjoy it though. But I really, really enjoy it. But yeah, the fatigue that comes with like the day after the first day, I felt like I was hit by a car.
Yeah,
you know, like, and that was the shortest day, I think.
Yeah,
and then the next day, on Sunday when I woke up to do the last day, I was like,
can't do it.
Did I just get drugged or something? Like, what happened? Like my body was heavy as fuck. You know, your voice is not as like it's coarse and just like
It is like being hungover.
Yeah. Oh, dude, so much. I was like, I should have just gone out for drinks yesterday because I'm still paying the price for it.
Yeah.
And then the last day was, I think, the most chill day, but also the day, I sold out on Saturday. I didn't have anything on Sunday. I just came in and started drawing, like,
Yeah.
because that's all I had.
Yeah.
Like, even the painting behind me, the one for display that we gave to Nördit, the Swedish podcast, even that one was taken, so I had nothing, and I was drawing these, like, that's how the links get you started, like, a lot. I made a lot of them there, and then I just kept doing them.
And it worked?
And it did work, yeah. But it is, like, after Comic-Con, it's just sad. It's like going on a trip with friends, and then you come back home, everything is like, everyday life starts over. Mundaneness, indeed. But I think that's what makes these events fun as well.
Yeah.
Like, if they were all the time, I would not enjoy them.
No,
like,
of course not. Because you can get through it because it's only like 1, 2, or 3 times a year.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun when you are in it.
Yeah.
But that's a new thing with me has become, like, I keep overthinking all the shit that I have to do before the event, and that makes me not want to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
but I hate prepping.
It's not just the prepping, but it's just the fact that I have to do something. Like,
okay.
I've become way too comfortable just not doing shit.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And
I feel
every single time I have something that I have to do, takes me like just a little bit longer every day to do it or get myself to do it. And that's something that I have to fucking change.
Jeez.
And I'm saying it to myself because I know I'm editing this, and you
Yeah.
need to listen to yourself now. Yes. Get your life on track, you lazy fuck. Yeah.
But you are doing, at least you are
yeah.
working, you are, producing the
I'm
stuff
doing
that you
way
need.
too fucking much, really, to be honest.
But that's the thing as well. That's
there's
also a
always-
trap. We've also talked about that. Like,
because
overcommitting.
I feel like I'm not doing anything,
Yeah.
but pretty much every day I have something I have to draw.
Mhm.
Like, there's always a commitment.
But that's the problem. You're not seeing your work as your work,
No.
as stuff.
no,
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh, well, that's just work, and then
That's my 9 to 5.
Yeah, exactly.
but
And it takes up a lot of your time.
it
That's
does.
the thing.
It does, and
And you do work outside of your 9 to 5.
that's the shitty part of
Mm.
it. That, like, I don't have the time to fit it in any other place, so I have to do it when, like,
Mhm.
Anna goes to bed or when everybody else goes to bed. Like, when the party's over, that's when I go home and start working. Like, it just sucks sometimes, not all the time. But that's also, like, once I didn't have that, when I moved to Australia, and all of a sudden I had, like,
All the time.
a full month of absolutely nothing. And I gave myself 1 month before, like, actively starting to look for work and blah, blah, blah,
Mhm.
which was a bad idea. I should have done that straight away. But it just made me so extremely, first, restless.
Yeah.
And I literally were climbing walls. Like,
Parkour.
yeah. No, it took me half a day, and then I'd done a new portrait. Like, I could not get myself to not draw something.
But you shouldn't take breaks if you don't need it. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
you should
but-
use it. Like,
But
if
this
you
was
want to.
because I had worked so extremely intense up until the point I went to Australia.
Yeah.
With,
I
like,
remember that.
fucking 5 jobs a day.
Mhm.
some
You were
shit.
delivering food and
I was doing
all the
everything.
things. Yeah.
There was no days off,
I love
no
that you were
nights off.
tattooing and delivering food and
Tattoos,
everything.
delivering food, warehouse worker,
That was it,
and
yeah.
breakdance teacher. It was all great things. Also freelance illustrator.
Mhm.
But, I nearly killed myself working that much. And then I
That
felt,
ruins you, though.
Yeah. No,
It does ruin you. Like, there's a
breaks you
darkness that
down.
comes with it. Yeah.
And especially when you don't have that anymore. And
Yeah.
that's where the today's topic really comes
Yeah.
in for me, is the emptiness you feel once you don't have
You don't-
anything to draw. And, I hadn't thought about that up until the point I was there. And then all of a sudden in Australia, I'm like, okay, a full month of vacation, let's enjoy this. After that month, I didn't get a job. There was no jobs. And the month after that, there was no jobs. But then school started, so I had something at least. But it was just like so long time without actually having any commitments, like actual real commitments. So I got super lazy. And it was super hard to sort of get me back on the saddle and be as creative as I used to be. And I think, I'm still struggling. Like, seriously, yesterday was the first day that was, came remotely close to being as creative as I have ever been before the Australia incident.
Yeah.
If we can call it anything like that. But it feels like an incident.
Like it scarred you.
It
like
did. It really fucking did. Like that
whole build-up stress.
Yeah.
Like
so
Skaaadouche taking your last savings. Like, son of a bitch.
Everything.
Oh,
just
dude,
sort
you
of
worked so hard, and then you got that thing.
Yeah.
Just like, motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, I got raped by the system big time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fantastic.
Look at the darkness coming out, Robert.
Yes.
But it does, like, that's why I never recommend anyone to do too many things at the same time.
No, you need to be able to juggle it. Like, don't do more than you actually can handle. Because that is burning the candle at both ends, and I have done that. And it's, I think we've all done that. Like, especially in the beginning, once you get into the whole freelance.
Oh, the freelance thing is fucking...
When you need work.
Yeah.
And normally the way it works, and that's why I got so much work this weekend, is because it all comes in chunks.
In chunks, yeah.
Always. Like,
so choose wisely.
That's it.
Like, I usually choose if it's fun and if it pays well.
Yeah.
Because if I know that then I can take the one gig that pays well, and maybe I can do it, in less time than I can do the other thing. That's maybe sort of like, maybe not as fun, or like it's more fun, but it takes longer to do and I get less money for it.
Yeah.
Then I'll, of course, take the more fun, short-term work, depending on the project and like
and
who
where
I'm
you
working
are in
with.
life as well. Like, do you really need all that money now, or can you?
Oh yeah, can I just prioritize fun?
Yeah, exactly. So it's always that sort of touch and feel. Where are you in life? And
definitely that.
Yeah.
Like, I think that always goes over money.
Yeah.
But that's that. With that said, it should be coming from you.
Yes.
Not like, oh, we're gonna invite you to this fun project. We're not gonna pay you, but so it should be coming from you. Like, oh shit, I can afford to take this thing that I want to do, Ninja Turtles related, of course.
Of course.
And like, say no to the other stuff that has more money in it because of personal fun.
Well, yeah, like everything in life should be that way.
Eventually.
Yeah,
you got to do some shitty ones to appreciate the
That's always the thing,
stuff,
isn't it? Yeah, always.
You got to get fucked over a couple of times to really, really enjoy where you're at.
That's it.
Because I'm not, like, sometimes, you forget and you get into, like, your life, as unexciting as it is, you've worked hard for it.
Yes.
And then you get, like, the downtime comes along. Like, you finish the gig and maybe a couple of personal projects have landed as well. And now you're, like, in between all of it. And you're starting to feel the mundaneness so much harder than ever before. And it makes you, like, even if you're, like, super successful in other people's eyes, in your own sort of, like, reflection, you haven't done shit.
Exactly.
And I don't know how to sort of, like, I've learned to sort of appreciate what I have and what I've built, but it's still, some days you just don't see it. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's there.
More, for me, it's the opposite way. I need to, like, keep waking myself up, sort of, and, like, dude, remember to appreciate this, because you're always in the mundane and always in the now.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like, you don't think about all the good stuff you have because you have it.
Yeah, you have it. Yeah.
So
it's
like,
the next thing.
I need to actively
think
about it to appreciate it. I try to, like, I have that as a habit in the morning when I wake up, unless I'm super hungover or just hate life in general. It's always just like remembering where you are and just like, this is my apartment, like, this is my place, and I have this and this in my life, and it's like all the really good, fun things that you can spontaneously think of when you wake up in the morning, just do that for 1 minute or 30 seconds. You're going to feel awesome. It's
also
going to be
sleep.
Yes, sleep is also good.
Dude, I've noticed this week when we've like been more tired than we've ever been in a while. It's all just the sleep, man. It's the sleep. I was so depressed and bummed. Lack of it, of course.
Yeah.
And I was so down the other day. Just like I was like, why am I like? I'm on vacation, play video games all night, and
what's
then like
to complain about?
Yeah, exactly that. Like I was like, we were at the beach, we did this awesome stuff. We take the car, we go wherever the fuck we want. Fuck Corona, because it doesn't bother us, because we're just out, you know, in nature and stuff. And then like, but why am I so like bummed out? I don't feel like working out. I don't feel like drawing. I don't feel like and then like I don't sleep, because my last thought was like I play video games all night, and then like there we have it. Like, so playing video games is good. Playing video games all night and then waking at 7. Those 3-4 hours of sleep on a regular, holy crap, they take their toll. Like,
for me, it's difficult sleeping longer now, like, because I have that my sort of alarm clock. We all have it, I guess.
But over time, you can sort of like move it.
Yeah.
But I think,
and I absolutely need to get back into sleeping at least 8 hours. But it's just so difficult. Like, I have such a hard time getting myself to go to bed. That's why video games are like the devil when it comes to that shit. Because there's, you know, if you watch a show, you know that it's, you know, one episode is this long.
Yeah, you can time.
So you can map it out, and you know that, it's 2
I can watch 2 episodes,
exactly.
and I can go to bed in a reasonable time.
Yeah, but with the game, like the video game I'm playing now, Ghost of Tshushima, it's like, I'll just do this one mission. But going to start that mission can take you like 20 minutes.
Yeah, just to get there with the distractions.
Just running through the forest.
But yeah, video games.
Yes.
are insane. They're more like a time machine than they are like a reasonable time measurement tool.
Yeah. But that's the coolest thing about them as well.
Yeah.
Like, and that's,
I need them sometimes.
Yeah.
Just to like, because I can't get alone time, and when I do get it, you know, it's late at night, and kids sleep later now, so like at 10 I get freed up, and by that time I am dead.
Yeah.
Inside. But I'm so tired, like mentally I just don't want to. I don't want to be the one doing the thinking, or, you know, like I just want to play video games.
Yeah.
And now that I can just sit on my couch and just like sit and like really, I'm basically lying down, you know, so that my arms stop getting blood. It's probably relatable to some of you.
Yes.
But it's just like the blood in my hands. When they start dying, I know that it's time to switch positions, basically, and that's what I do.
And that's when you should go to bed.
No, that is, you just finished the area, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it is fun though, and I think video games is a great tool to help you
zone out a bit.
No, but just like the time in between.
Yeah.
Like you can, like, the enjoyment, for me at least, that it gives me is a perfect way to wind down. Like, no matter what it is that's like haunting me, like mentally, it's usually I just need time to not think about it rather than think about it and stress about it.
Yeah.
So video games takes me out of it. Like, I can't on my own not think about things. You know, like, that's why, like, even like working out sometimes doesn't work, but video games do, because they constantly force you to make decisions. You know, like, oh, you gotta go there. You want to do this. You want to kill that guy. You want to save that thing. You want to go there. There's your car moving. Blah blah. It's just like, what the fuck? You know, like, there's no time to think about anything else.
No, and then before you know it, you're in the game.
Yeah, you're in there.
2 hours have passed, and you thought it was 10 minutes. Yeah.
So it is a.
But that's like, Anna, for example, is not a big video game person, so she doesn't get it. So that's why I think it's fun to talk about, because maybe there are people out there listening that really have no idea what it's like being so immersed in a video game.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you know, I can only compare it to if you get really, really into a good show. Like a good TV show that you just can't stop binge watching. that's what it's like, but it's a video game and you control the protagonist.
Yeah.
You make shit happen.
Yeah.
Nothing is going to happen unless you make it so.
And it's like a lot of the games today are like the decisions you make have consequences.
Yeah,
for you
now it's
long
not
term. Yeah.
just finishing a level. It's like finishing this level is going to cost you either this thing or
that thing.
or that thing. Yeah, and that's why it's so fucking cool to be alive in this time.
Yeah.
When like the technology has reached the point where it is.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Because I'm just thinking back to when we were kids and fucking playing the first Nintendo, 8-bit,
Yeah.
and like bleep, bloop,
Yeah.
bleep, bloop, you know.
Dude, yeah.
Sometimes only 2 pixels doing
Yeah,
something.
just doing something, yeah. It's insane.
And now it's like, you know, even sometimes you walk in and you see a trailer for something and you have to wait and keep watching to see if it's a movie or a video game.
Yeah.
Like, because the graphics have become so extremely
fucking
good.
Yeah.
Even in game with Ghost of Tsushima, it's very
Yeah, it
lifelike.
looks amazing. I can't wait to see how it looks on my TV. Because right now, when I went from Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Odyssey to Far Cry 5, like, they're both beautiful in their own way, you know, like with the sunlights and, you know, like the weather and stuff. Like, it's so amazing what they're able to create with video games.
Yeah, and that's why I can't wait to see what happens with PlayStation 5 coming now. Like, have you seen the graphics?
Oh, yeah, the
tests
demo.
and stuff?
Oh, my God, yes. If they can pull that off, though, like for real, and not just another demo.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Because that demo, I could just play that. Just like give
Like
me the demo.
that rock texture and like the
and
caves
there were like
and the lights.
bazillions and bazillions of the rock
and there was
things
no
falling and
no
moving.
lagging and no nothing. Like, everything was just seamless and it just felt like a real place. So fucking amazing. So cool. It'd be weird to see, like, where did they go from here? Like, what's the next thing?
But I think, like, eventually graphics are not going to matter because they're going to be
They-
that good.
They pretty much don't anymore.
Oh, but they do. They do. Like, when you see, like, for example, in the game that I'm playing right now, like, the characters, you know, like, there's something with them. You know, like, there's always something.
yeah, it's
They're a bit weird, you
Looks
know.
like
Like,
a-
they don't look real.
it's like a puppet.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like, sometimes the protagonist looks gorgeous and, you know, like, super well rendered. And in some instances, it just looks like
Assassin's
weird.
Creed.
No, but I mean, just like 3D, you know, chunky 3D.
yeah.
And it's like GTA has the same thing, you know, where they're just like look a bit weird. And all these games, like, no matter how realistic or like semi-realistic they look, there's something just off with the people. So when we can get away from that, like, then it's going to start becoming maybe scary as well. Like,
yeah, but also scary is the downtime in between stuff.
yeah, it's in
But-
between.
No, but like, say, just going back to the topic is what I mean. So, say you've finished this massive undertaking of a job, and now you finally have some downtime. You're getting panicked, so you start playing video games. But then you finish the video game.
That's also
and all
another
of a sudden,
thing, yeah.
you're just sitting there again.
But nowadays, there's so many games I haven't played.
Yeah, but let's say
Not
you
a
don't
problem.
have a billion other games, but you finished this one
Yeah.
game that was like the
I had
best
that with The
game.
Witcher.
There you go.
The Witcher. Had
That's a
that.
perfect example
'Cause-
because it's such a good game.
Yeah, you don't
and-
want it to end. Like,
And there's no other game that sort of fills that quota of
no.
epicness in gaming. Like maybe GTA 5, which is also just this, you could keep playing it forever, you know? But then all the other games are just
The
like...
Witcher I procrastinated in. Like,
Oh, really?
You know, yeah,
Just
I
to-
was just
to drag
did
it out?
other things, yeah.
But that's what I mean. And then that's over and done
Yeah.
with too. And that's the same emptiness comes after that as after creating something or being this host for this event or whatever it is. That same emptiness. And it's so... And that's where I think there is something interesting that we still like haven't really dug deep enough into, and we
But
won't.
what are you thinking that is there that we haven't touched upon? Like,
It's more like, I don't know, something more scientific, I guess. Like what?
Yes, we
what-
are the ones to handle.
No, definitely not. But like with time, we probably will, hear or research or do something that sort of gives us a little bit of a aha. That's what happens. But it's fun in my head that it's the same type of feeling. Like,
But isn't it like all the things? Like you need a like, if I can put it into
purpose.
like, no, but I just mean like with workouts, like you do have like periods where you're like putting in a lot of work,
No,
like, and
never.
not you, but me. But there are periods of time where I'm super inspired to keep training.
Yeah.
And then there are periods where I perform worse, and there's the downtime there as well.
But that's so now you're touching on something a little bit different because you never stop working.
yeah, but
out.
I never stop. But then I do. I get forced to stop.
But
or-
but when do you get forced to stop?
Life, like we travel somewhere. I just don't feel like it. On Mondays usually I don't work out.
No, I mean, but it's a choice.
It's not a choice. Like I don't like. Sometimes I don't want to skip it, but it's just that I like if I was gonna work out, I would have to do it at midnight.
Oh, okay.
And then I wouldn't sleep. I wouldn't like it. Just keeps.
Yeah, but I
So
mean,
it's not
it's
like-
it's
it
not
is-
like you're being forced to not work out for 2 months.
but
now.
drawing for me is the same way. Like I can always draw. Like
Yeah.
I could just say I'm gonna draw this portrait, and then I'll just draw the portrait.
But that's not the same thing though, because we're talking about doing this big project.
Yeah.
And for you, the big project is keeping fit, I guess, and feeling good in the body. But before you used to have more like goals set for yourself in terms of weight gain or muscle gain or like looking a specific way and
but
sculpting.
I do have that. I still do that.
You
And I still do that. I have to lift a certain amount of weight,
And
and when I reach them, like sure I can raise the weight, but it doesn't feel the same. You
And
know what I mean? Like
and
it's
that's
not as
that's what I wanted to get to,
Yeah.
or like try to understand what you go through when
it's
that goal is reached.
For me, that is the same. Like I just have to recalibrate and like, but it takes some time.
But
It's
do you
not
feel happy or depressed?
depressed?
Yeah.
Like always. Like
Yeah.
it always a downer.
Even if you reach a goal.
Yeah, you reach the goal, but then what? Like that's
Yeah.
why I'm trying to like tell people like the goal is never should not be the purpose.
No.
Because as soon as you reach a goal, there is nothing.
Exactly.
There is just void.
It's like running towards a cliff.
Basically that. Yeah, you want to reach that edge, but then what? There's
Exactly.
nowhere to go. Exactly. Void.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like every goal has a void. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
unless you have another goal lined up, like
Exactly.
having several pieces started.
Exactly.
Because that always, like you said before, is the perfect balance. Because then you just stop one thing, and then you go on
But
to
you
the
still
next
have-
one.
yeah.
That
And
you
that-
started
yeah.
somewhere mid
So that-
project.
That is definitely like my perfect life work
Mhm.
balance is always having at least 3 projects to work on.
Mm.
One being tattoos and then 2 personal projects. And that's normally how my life has been almost
Mhm.
my whole life, it feels like. I can't remember a time where I didn't have that apart from Australia.
Mhm.
And just, like I said, this weekend was when that happened. Like when I finally caught up again, and I guess that's what I've been missing.
Mhm.
Like I felt bad about myself because I haven't done that much, and I
Mhm.
haven't just accepted that I need some time off and like just, I don't know, embrace the chillness or whatever it is.
But it is hard. Like
Yeah.
when you do a lot of things,
And then
going backwards is not an option. Like
Exactly.
it doesn't feel like an option.
So that's why, like, now I almost dread retirement because, like, what am I gonna do when I'm retired? Like,
All the
am I
things.
gonna have any projects? Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. It's a scary thought.
But I also wrote down some stuff when we were at the restaurant talking about the
Oh, really?
subject. Yeah, I wrote down that, like, in between projects, sometimes when I'm working on something, usually work stuff, there's always, like, this thing that I come across, like a mistake or, like, a direction that I, like, oh, I really like this. And then they're like, no, we don't like this. Or, like, no, we don't want to pursue this. but I really do.
Oh yeah.
And I can always revisit that stuff, or like just go back to a certain part of something I did in a painting. Like for example, the way I did clouds in that that limited edition print of Zelda. I'm trying to like find a way to use that type of style that I did in the background there to do on other things. Like there's always something that can be explored. And now with the logo stuff that I've done that I haven't posted on my art account yet, just like I took like a logo and cinnamon bun photos, and then I merged those two into, you know, like the font became a cinnamon bun font. And it's just like stuff like that as well, you know, just like finding fun things, because that's stuff I can earn money on if I wanted to.
But that's also something that you need to go out of your way to find and do.
And this I found, you know, through work.
Yeah.
Like I was doing something entirely different, and I have this in the back of my mind as an idea that I never had time to try. And now I was like, okay, well, I'll have some time. I'll just take this company's logo that I like, and then I'll just put the cinnamon buns in there because they have a product that's called something about cinnamon buns. So, and just like in between projects, finding stuff that you had in like the projects that have been live just before you just finish them, like take the time there in between to just play around with those ideas, you know, like in your sketchbook or in your Photoshop sketchbook or iPad sketchbook, and or just learn something. Like for me, just sitting learning After Effects has been a blast. Equally frustrating though, because I hate not knowing things and then not figuring it out exactly how I want it, or like, oh, you find a tutorial and there's like plugins involved that you don't want to pay for,
of course,
but you try to find ways around it, and it just sucks. But you do learn something at least, and I think it's really worth noting and just like utilizing that time to not create something new.
Yeah,
just play around, doodle, you know, like load up on inspiration.
Yeah, I think that is the key.
That is,
I mean,
definitely
that's
the key.
That's what you do.
It's a boring truth
nonetheless
as well, you
like,
know. Yeah,
it doesn't matter if you have a voluntary or involuntary break.
No,
you will always be sort of restocking the inspiration bank, and yeah, you know, that can take. Well, for me, it took over a year.
Yeah,
and for other people, a day. So, you know, don't stress it again. Like we keep saying the same shit over and over.
But I think seriously, not stressing it, if you can manage that, like he said, it's not easy, but if you can manage it and just focus on things and just like for real let it go for a while, it'll just come back. Yeah. You know, it's like a boomerang.
Oh, yeah.
You just like toss it and then you just wait.
Eventually
it'll come back. Yeah. Because it's yours. You know what I mean? Like, it's inside you. Like, it's not going anywhere.
No.
Like, unless you start working at ICA and then you just don't do art ever again.
Yeah.
But eventually, no. But even people that like quit art, like, usually at some point in life find the spark again, you know?
Yeah. Whether it's drawing or just
whatever,
picking up something. But there's always that creativity.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, they need, or we need to
artists.
Have, like people we just need to fill that cup. Yeah, with something creative. Yeah, that's 100% true. If I'm not drawing, I'm probably, you know, writing a comic book script or a movie script or playing with clay or like I'm always doing something that is creative. Fuck, I even, you know, bought the things for the guitar, so now...
Oh, yeah, shit, did you fix that?
No, not yet.
No. Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger than, like, so
the one you had, yeah.
I bought screws because I'd broken them off from the, what is it, the head of the guitar, what's it called?
I don't know.
Probably guitar head.
Guitar head.
Guitar head. Blowing. So I bought new screws so I can put the thing that you play,
the strings,
the guitar strings on. But I think those, like the plugs that you, or the screws,
the guitar, whatever the fuck.
I think they're a little bit too big for my guitar, so I need to drill like the holes a little bit bigger. So I
Just
will
force them in, bro.
Yeah, that's
Don't have to drill shit.
how we do. But yeah, even that, like even fixing up a guitar, so I have something to do.
Yeah.
But there's always the hole that needs to be filled with the creative stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
But I have that as well. Like I sing, I draw, I play video games. I just like, and it all comes back to the drawing.
yeah.
Like-
And that's where I think we're super lucky that we have all of these things that we
Mhm.
love doing apart from the drawing and the job. And I think there's a lot of people out there that don't have that,
Yeah.
or just don't think they have that.
Yeah.
Like maybe, I don't know, do you think people are afraid to try new things, or like what's holding people back?
Dude. Yes.
Just
I don't
fucking-
even do new things.
No.
Like
It's scary.
I think but I think it comes to a certain place in life where you're stuck. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you have all the things, because I think the older you get, the more stuff you sort of pile on. So you're basically Photoshop.
Yeah.
There's so much code there that it just limits you from reaching or trying
Yeah.
new things because it'll break.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you think it'll break something or
As soon as you move,
Yeah.
like the whole program's gonna crash.
Yep. Cake on cake.
Yeah. Cake on cake.
Cake on cake,
And
as we
then,
say in Sweden.
And old dogs.
But I was gonna
stuff.
let's see if this happens. I told my wife that I was gonna nerd up on outdoor life and just like maybe trying to hike next year with the whole family.
Next year.
Yep.
Why
Next
not?
summer.
Why not this?
I don't have time. 2 weeks to nerd down. That's gonna be like I'm just gonna invest the time. No, but you need
Do
to buy a
something-
lot of stuff.
Do something simple first.
Well, we do the simple stuff.
Yeah.
That's boring.
Just like buy
It's
a
like-
tent and go camping.
Start boring.
Start there.
No.
Because you can't just go to the super extreme.
We're not gonna go to anything super extreme.
Let's
but
hike
I'm just
a
gonna,
volcano.
No, we're just gonna do like a simpler hike, but also stay outdoors. Like sleep in a tent, and then just keep walking the next day.
And only eat what you hunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna happen.
So
Tuna, mackerel, and gans that we shoot ourselves.
go in and just throw knives at McDonald's burgers.
Exactly. Like, good catch, son. That cheeseburger is yours now.
You go claim your
He's
prize.
like, no, I can't do it, Father.
Finish it.
Stab that
End
burger.
its suffering. But yeah, no, I've wanted that too.
Yeah, because right now, like the kids have outgrown, playgrounds and stuff. Like they still enjoy them, but they never ask for it. Like if it's there, they're gonna play.
Yeah.
So we thought like maybe do something cooler, like go see a big waterfall and hike around and do shit like that.
Yeah, open up their eyes for.
Yeah, I also saw that Peter from Nodit has done a lot of that. So I was like,
Yeah.
if they can do it, so can we. And
they
then
got
I talked.
smaller kids.
Yeah, and I talked to his wife as well, and there's a lot of nagging.
yeah.
You see like the highlights, and then there's like the nagging in between, getting from point A to point B. So that's going to be exciting because my kids are the worst walkers ever.
Well,
My
that's
son's
why they
like-
need this. I
Yeah,
think.
that's what I thought as well.
Mhm.
Like if I show them how it's done, they're gonna hate it, but they're gonna walk.
No, but I think it's more about pushing the limits a bit and just
Mhm.
like getting them to realize that okay, I'm tired and I'm nagging,
Mhm.
but I can still walk. I
yeah,
can
but
still do
that's
this,
what I've said to
and
them as
then
well.
achieve a goal. You know?
Because my kids are always like, oh, how can you draw? How can you lift this much? How can you like do this? How are you this strong? And it's just like you just keep doing it. Like when it hurts and when you want to cry, you just keep doing it.
Yeah.
You just like keep doing it. Like I'm trying to explain it in terms that they understand.
And just keep. You have to keep doing it.
Yeah, keep
and
doing
keep
it.
changing
But that's why I love having a home
references
gym
or
where they
whatever.
can see me do it. They
Yeah.
don't have to be part of it.
No,
Like they don't have to train.
but
Sometimes they do,
see-
but they
you
see
there. Yeah.
the work. Yeah.
And that you are there pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And you are always working on it. Same with the drawing stuff.
Mhm.
Because I'm assuming you're doing that at least a few times a week at home,
Mm.
and they probably sit with you and draw sometimes and stuff.
Mhm.
So they always see you working on it.
Yeah.
So,
And I use Fortnite. Thank you, Fortnite, as a tool as well. I was like, remember when we started playing Fortnite? How good were you then? He was like, I was dog shit,
Mhm.
basically. Not his words. They say worse things.
Dog poop.
Yeah, we're trying to curse less at home now because
Oh.
my daughter is a fucking gangster.
But it's because you, as her father, like,
You shut your stupid mouth, Robert.
because I know,
Yes.
I know how you speak.
Yes, but
I
she
s-
also talks like that because of YouTube, so it's a lot of that as well.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say
So we're
you-
trying. No, but it's me as well. So no.
No, I
It's
thought
both
you
of
meant
us.
me.
Yeah.
Yes.
YouTube.
I also,
YouTube.
yes. Because I was like, what? What the fuck did I say?
Fuck did
you
I?
fuck you, man.
But she talks a lot like that.
Ah.
And like jokingly.
But
But
it's
too
also
much.
she's getting into the teenage years.
Yeah. So I was like,
So-
curse jar time. Everyone was like, no. And then now we're just trying to do it less.
Okay.
So no swear jar.
But that's good. That's also good
I think swear jars are fun,
because money.
but no one has money, physical
That's-
money.
yeah.
So I was like, can I swish the can I transfer money to the jar?
Put a swish number up.
Yeah, on the jar, just like
That's
digital
great.
money.
Yeah.
And then you have like 3 crowns in there, and then like digital money the rest.
Literally. You just make a specific noise every time,
Mm-hmm.
like, mind money.
Exactly. There's
Made up.
500 mental monies in there.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Yeah.
So what was the topic? What was the subject?
There was no topic. There was no fucking topic.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
it was. We started with the workout thing, and
the
then
highs and the lows.
something highs, lows, and then doing things. I said and then.
Yes.
Cool shit.
No, we have been saying and then this whole episode.
Oh really?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
But
Yeah.
we've become better at not saying it as much.
There you go.
The one thing I am like focusing in on now is my butt. La la la. la. Like,
Oh yeah,
that's
shit.
something
You
that I-
do say
yeah.
that, yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
you
do enjoy it too.
But-
So
You should do it.
that's my thing now.
I don't really mind. Like
No,
it
but-
feels like a
There's a
part
new
of the
thing.
podcast.
Almost every time I edit the podcast,
there's
I
like-
always like zero in on one new thing. In the beginning, it was the likes, and then
Yeah,
became
likes.
the and then it's the and then.
I still heard myself say like a lot. On
Yeah, there's-
the previous episode. It's like you get stuck in a loop, and you're like
especially when
point.
when you get into something
Yeah.
as well, and you like start getting hyped
Yeah, you're
because
yeah,
then it's
but-
like this like instead of going in between, it's a in
Mhm.
between.
Yeah, and they both suck.
Yes. So
Yeah, but I have nothing else on this. Like, whatever it was
No.
that we talked about. That
The-
was ages ago. So
the in between.
I've moved on.
Yes, and I feel like this is a subject that would be nice to go back to
At some
in
point. Yeah.
another 50
And
episodes. or so.
also, it would be fun to hear, like, for those of you that are on the Discord, how do you deal with the time in between? Because we have the episode discussion channel.
Yep.
That you could write your thoughts.
So please,
We're not going to
please
read them,
do.
but
Yeah,
you should submit them. No.
just you can help yourselves. Yes,
Exactly.
That's
talking
why.
between us.
That's why
I'm on
we-
vacation. I don't have time for this.
That's why we have the
Uh,
Discord. Play, children, play.
Play in the garden of sketchbooks.
But yes, it would be extremely interesting to hear if you guys have any special.
Because you're the smart ones.
exactly.
I don't know why we're behind the microphones. Why you put the stupid ones behind the microphone.
We have pretty faces, not pretty voices. That's
I don't
Like-
even have a pretty face. I covered up with a beard.
yeah. I didn't want to say anything, but so
So, moving on!
Moving on!
Woo!
Yeah.
And bada bing, bada boom, we're back. Toolies brought to you by Paper-like. When you like paper a lot because it feels like
paper.
exactly.
Like.
It's like
Enough with the likes.
enough for the like. Yeah, we said like a lot.
Yeah.
So
And we're gonna
perfect
keep
segue.
saying it
Yeah.
even more now. Paper-like.
Paper-like.
Yes. What is paper-like? Elias?
Paper-like. Yeah. It's a thing.
It's
No.
a thing.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's nice, right?
I love
And-
things.
Yeah. No, but seriously, for those of you just listening for the first time, maybe it's an iPad protective cover that feels like paper and anti-glare thing because it's matte.
Yes.
And it's like I got surprised like every time I take out my iPad and I'm gonna draw on it. I'm surprised to how well I can see on it now.
Mhm.
Like it was I never used it outside, so I avoided that problem, But now that it's summer and the light is sort of coming in through everywhere.
Everywhere.
It
So
makes
annoying.
but it makes the iPad suck so much.
Yeah, it does.
Unless you have a friggin' Paperlike cover on it, because then it doesn't really fucking matter. I sat on the train on the sunny side, where the sun was hitting the window, and I was just drawing.
Same. All the way over here.
So good. And me and Robert, we have a spare 11-inch Paperlike cover and a spare 9.7-inch, I think, whatever the smallest size is.
Yep.
For the iPad. So if you out there listening want one of those, if you have an 11-inch iPad, write to us at hello@sketchbookheroes.com with your address, and we'll send it over.
Yeah. That's how
And-
easy it is.
Yeah, and same thing for the 9.7
Yep.
size, whatever it is. Same thing goes there.
Same thing.
hello@sketchbookheroes.com. Name,
Hello.
address, thing, and I want it, basically.
Yes.
Because we can't use them because we don't have those iPad sizes.
No.
So first come, first serve.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I don't remember. Did we say anything about it not being greasy like before?
No.
Because I've had a problem. Like no matter what I do with my hands, like I could bathe them in alcohol, but that natural oil on your hands,
it's always gonna
like
be
it's
there.
always going to be there. And like after let's say you work on something for 30 minutes intensively, then it's going to be it's going to have all these fingerprints everywhere that are sort of messing up the pen somehow. Like I don't know, like they're like,
well,
it's just annoying, especially if
I
you're
guess
drawing something
you're
dark.
super greasy, but yeah.
But it's
yeah.
not super greasy. It's just annoying.
No, I'm saying you are super
It's
greasy.
just son of a bitch. No, but it's just like, it's
No,
so
I-
nice
I-
not to have that though.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the paper does not absorb it in the same way, or like it's not visible
It's not noticeable.
or noticeable. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do get like what you said last time, that when you draw with the pen, you get a lot of these lines.
Yeah.
But then I just like wiped it, and they're gone.
Yeah.
So
No, and
Like-
and those lines are the ones that like once you shut your screen, you can see
yeah, you can see them. Yeah,
what
exactly.
you've been drawing
Yeah.
pretty much. But
not a
no,
problem.
you just wipe it off and it's
It's
brand new again.
yeah. So
Because that was one thing. Now we've had them for about 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah.
And what I wanted to do was really put it to the test and see, like, is the wear and tear, like, what's that like?
Mm-hmm.
And there is no.
Yeah, but I haven't drawn
There's no
that
wear and tear.
intensively.
No,
But-
I really have. Like,
Okay, that's
I've
cool. Yeah.
really, really tried to wear it down.
Yeah.
Done a lot of sort of bigger fills on the iPad. sort of
Okay, you mean like
sketching and-
really cross hatching like a lot of big
Exactly.
areas.
and nothing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like,
Any noticeable change on your tip of the pen?
nope, not even that.
Because I think that is gonna
where
happen eventually because it has a bit more of like tooth to it.
exactly, it's like drawing on
Something, yeah,
sandpaper.
yeah.
but
Basically, what I'm
very,
thinking.
very, very, very super
But
fine
I'm
sandpaper.
not pressing hard when I
No.
draw on the
and
iPad.
it's seriously, I can't see anything.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So that's not a problem.
But I know there are some people that hold their pen so hard, and they just like.
But that's why there are extra nibs to buy
Yeah.
for 80
I have
crowns or
no idea
200
what they
crowns.
cost, but
I think 200 crowns actually.
for 2.
For 4.
Oh, okay, that's a fair price.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
And
For
that
f-
was when I bought them.
I've never bought them. I've never
was
changed it.
a year ago. So it's probably cheaper than that.
But yeah,
But
if
yeah.
you want to try it out though,
Paperlike
yeah, paperlike.com/sketchbook
Sketchbook
heroes.
That's where you get it.
Mm-hmm.
Go do it.
Go do
find
it. Go try it.
It's so worth it.
It will change your life. Yeah.
And really fast delivery as well.
Oh yeah, it was super fast. So simple.
Yeah. And so worth it.
It was worth it. Just the anti-glare and anti-grease.
Yeah.
Just those two things
All
alone.
of those Andes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, super worth it.
But also, again, the sound, the noise of pen hitting paper, pretty
Yeah.
much. That was the biggest win for me.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just getting that little bit of a grit feel when I draw.
I actually like that as well. I didn't know I was missing it, like I said before.
It's just once you have it, you can't go back now. Well, like I definitely can't go back to a plain glass.
I don't think I will though. Like this is such a like just being able to draw, like using it everywhere now.
Yeah, but it's
just
like,
that.
would you give up Superman's powers if you had them?
No.
No, of course not. You
Yeah.
would keep drawing on that paper like.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's like. It's like being
That's what it's
Superman.
like, drawing on the paper like.
Yes.
That's like
Catchphrases.
and that's how the cookie crumbles, basically, but with paper like.
That's like paper-like. Yeah. So yeah, superpowers galore.
Mm-hmm.
Paper-like.
Stuff.
You whore.
No.
No, I wanted to do a catchphrase or like a slogan or something.
That's like that's how you lose spots.
yeah, yeah, that's true. So, trying to think of something that's not retarded or so sexist it hurts. Yeah. Don't put up a fight by paper like. No.
We already did the catchphrase. I don't remember what it was. It was good.
Yeah. Something whore.
Yes, that one. That was the one I meant. Cool stuff, bro.
So cool. Anyways,
Paper like, it has been great.
Yes.
But goodbye, I guess.
so I've been so happy with the paper like, and I will probably keep getting it. Like
I think
if
so,
something happens to it, I will definitely, if not get paper like again, find something very similar just to try a different brand maybe. But I will never go back to the plain glass. Like,
Same.
This is what I always wanted.
Yep. The thing is, I don't have anything to complain about.
No, and that sucks. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so angry that we
but-
fucking can't say anything bad about them.
Yeah, and but what I like about this is that we've had some time. Like since Paper Like decided to sponsor 3 episodes, we have had 3 opportunities. You know, like
which means 3 weeks.
3 weeks
at
of
least.
trying it. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I really pushed it.
Mm-hmm.
Last week I drew like a maniac. So many things. Really put it to the test. Drawing on the train, outside, inside, upside down. The only thing I haven't done is the dropping from the building. No droppings.
No droppings on the Paper Like.
No, not yet.
But yeah, I'm super impressed so far.
And so thankful that we got to try this out. So thank you so much, Paper Like.
Yeah, and thank you for these 3 episodes.
And we really hope that we get to work with you again in the future.
Yeah.
Just to have more /Sketchbook Hero stuff.
Cool.
That would be great.
That would be good.
Yes.
Cool. So thank you and goodbyes.
Thank you. And moving on.
Transition. Retro! Thank God this is not filmed in a live studio.
I wouldn't be surprised if like Max put a hidden camera or something.
No, Max has kidney stones, so.
Oh really?
Yep.
Oh, the poor bully.
Mm-hmm. I said I was gonna like bully him later, but
yeah,
that feels like I should probably be just a friend and say nice things. But then again, bullying.
Just slowly pet his beard and just
punch him in the kidneys.
Well, I don't think you have to. I
Kidney
think he's doing all of that himself.
His body's beating him up.
Have you ever had something like that?
No.
No. Same.
Not a little bitch.
It's like, eventually we will probably get it.
No, we won't. Shh.
But yeah, I can't fucking imagine how horrible that must be.
No idea, dude.
Like, let's try to piss out a stone.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
No. Oh, man. That is such a weird thing.
Yeah.
Bodies are weird.
Yeah, bodies are weird.
I don't like.
So how do you get kidney stones?
I have no idea. I've heard people get it all the time, but I have no idea.
There has to be something with either like drinking too much.
Yeah, well, he
too
just
little,
shouldn't have
eating too much
sand.
Yeah, eating too much sand.
Stop eating sand.
Stop eating stones.
Max.
Yeah. If you just didn't eat that stone, you wouldn't have a kidney stone.
Yeah, fucking stoner.
It all makes sense.
It all makes sense now. Just like
But you were saying something.
Yeah. On the subject of kidney stones, we've been playing a lot of video games, like we've mentioned a lot.
Kidney stones.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it has been a blast. So I went from Assassin's Creed Odyssey to Far Cry 5, and I'm always 2 years late to every party.
And I actually
apparently.
just bought it myself too.
Yeah,
so
cool.
and installed it. So
It was super cheap. I don't even know how much it cost. Like,
Far Cry 5 was 200 when I bought it.
it was not 200 when I bought it, or maybe it was, but I don't think so. I think
Actually,
it was like
maybe
100.
maybe Far Cry 5 was 100. And
100. I
uh,
think.
the other game was 200. There you go.
There
yeah,
you go. Yeah,
yeah.
That might be it.
Because that's why I bought it as well. I was like, ooh, deals.
Oh yeah, because you told me last time that Far Cry and another game together were like 300. Yeah. But yes, I did start playing it, and it is awesome.
Nice.
Like, it is such a change of pace to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is why I wanted to play it.
And that's why I bought it as well, because
Exactly.
I bought a similar type of game, and I was like, yeah, we need something to balance out.
Plus, I need to get ready for like Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
I
haven't
am
even thought of
not-
that.
I'm
That-
not a third person
We talked about that.
or a
before.
first person type of gamer.
Same.
I really don't enjoy first person because they're usually pointless to me.
Well, it's because we suck at them.
No, I'm really good actually.
But you're good at every fucking video game. I hate you so much for it. Every time we play games, this idiot wins everything. Every time.
But I love video games. Like
It's because you're good at it. That's why I'm stuck playing easy.
Yeah, I never play easy. That is garbage.
Yeah, but
Robert told me he was playing the game. He was like, "Oh, I'm butchering everyone." I was like, "Robert usually plays on easy." I was like, "You're playing easy?" He's like, "I'll change it when I get home."
I did. And then I changed it back. We're not talking about me now, okay?
Okay,
Let's go
so
back to
Far
you.
Cry 5. It's basically you're this deputy, and everyone calls you Rookie. So I'm guessing it's your first day, and your first day sucks because you get to this valley of cultists, basically, that no one took seriously when they started becoming this cult.
Or it's
And-
like the Sverigedemokraterna.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now they're so big, they're taking over like the whole valley, and they've made communications outside of the valley impossible. And you they crash your helicopter when you're trying to arrest this like main guy, and you're running through the forest, and it's all chaos, and everyone's hunting you, and you have no weapons, you have nothing, and it's just so good. And it's so like fast paced, and like it's both serious and super silly at the same time.
Have you played any of the other Far Cry games?
None.
No, same
Like,
here.
it's first person. Like I just avoided
No.
them. And after talking about limits
Yeah.
on the last episode, I was just gonna like expand my mind. So
Yeah.
and it's been surprisingly fun. Like
That's awesome.
I think the bigger TV helps a lot.
Mm.
Just getting in all that surrounding.
And also that you can see what the fuck is happening.
Exactly. So the hand, I always had a problem with being a hand, and
Yeah.
it's still an issue for me because this character does not speak. I don't need him to be me because that is sometimes a thing they want you to think.
Yeah,
Like,
that you're really
yeah,
getting
you're
into
the
it.
character, and they're talking to you. I don't need that. Like the character can be the character. Like I can control Bob. I'm fine with that. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
I don't need to be in that area.
Rookie Bob.
Exactly. And Rookie is like it's such a fun idea that he's like a beginner or like not a beginner, but he just came from somewhere. He's never worked with like these scenarios before.
So he's learning.
So he's
While you're
yeah,
learning.
they're telling him like, oh
yeah.
well, Rookie, you cuff him and blah blah blah, like all the time. So they're giving him instructions like how this is gonna go down.
Perfect.
And then everything goes to hell,
Of course.
and you're the only one, like free, and you wake up in a bunker, and you sort of like, oh well, we're the resistance, and that's where your journey starts basically.
Fantastic.
And
Yeah, because I only got to the part where the helicopter crashed, which is the beginning. So
it
it's
is the
not a
beginning, and that's
spoiler,
where you
but-
start playing. You actually start, like playing for real.
Because I started installing the game, and then I could play it, and I got to that point, and it's like, oh, but you need to install the game.
Oh,
It's
okay,
like,
okay,
what?
okay.
So yeah,
Yeah, mine was like while I was finishing Odyssey, I had it working in the background.
Yeah.
So.
no, I had 3 games loading at the same time, so it was really a race to see, okay,
Oh,
which
shit,
game is gonna
yeah.
be the first. And it just so happened that Ghost of Tsushima was the first one to load. So
There you go.
that's why I'm playing that one first.
Cool.
And it is pretty much one of the most fun games I've played in many years.
But you never finish games.
No,
like in a while.
rarely.
Yeah.
No, I enjoy just playing the games and then sort of doing the easy route just to get the story.
The story, yeah.
But more than that, I really don't invest that much time in games. But with this, I'm doing every side mission I can pretty much, and just letting sort of my feet guide me. It's so uplifting and awesome.
That's how I play every game that I play. Like
I originally didn't want to buy it because I have so many unfinished games, and I wanted to wait until the price tag went down, and so and so and so. But here I am, and don't fucking regret it 1 single second. I love this game so much. So, Ghost of Tsushima, you are a samurai who pretty much lost everything in the beginning of the game and tried to get it back. And that's the premise of the story.
But trying to get it back, or is it a revenge thing?
So it takes place when the Mongols have taken over Japan. So
or occupied Japan,
occupying Japan, exactly. And they are slaughtering everybody. Like, they are so ruthless. They're skinning people, they're burning people, they're like, it's horrible. So you just really want to kick their asses and get
There's
your
no sympathy, yeah.
No, and it's the cool thing about it is it's pretty much just like Assassin's Creed or any other third-person game, but it's so immersive, and you get to choose everything and do everything in any way you want. So if you want to be a pure samurai, you can be that, and you just stroll into the village like you own the place, and you challenge people, and you do like
a one-on-one duels.
Duel, like proper samurai style, or you go like the old Tenchu game style, and you hide in the shadows, and you climb up on rooftops and assassinate people and become more of a ninja, and it's just like. Yeah, everything in between, plus all of these extra side things that you can do, just like even sitting down, like meditating or writing a haiku, or like
I saw that you could do that.
All of that stuff cool. too, and it's so great. Like it feels. The only thing that I'm missing is like fishing.
Oh yeah.
I wish it was like Zelda, but Tsushima. Like
I get it.
That freedom to really do everything yourself. Like cook food and stuff.
Something I really enjoy about that game is that they don't want to lose the immersion.
No.
So how they guide you through the game is through wind, and you can if you don't understand, you can like push amplify the
you
winds.
just swipe up and you get
pad,
a little extra wind to show you this way. But it's always like no matter where you are or what you're doing, there's always something blowing or
wind, leaves,
there's
rain,
particles everywhere. So if you just pay attention, you'll always know where to go. So
I love the foxes as well that pop up, and the animals that show
you.
Like
so you have foxes and birds to sort of guide you to secret stuff. And that's also so random. Like you're just running through the forest, and if you're not being attacked by like an angry dog or a bear, you might.
They have that as well.
Of course, of course. Cool. Yes, and they own the fuck out of you every time.
Because my problem with Sucker Punch games, like usually, is that their worlds are very empty and sort of like boring. The people that are there, they're like, "Have my baby," like in the previous Infamous games.
In the long run, because now I've been playing this for over a week, and yes, of course, it becomes very repetitive at times, but there's also a lot of variation to sort of mix it up. But it is, if you're just running, from point A to point B, and that could be like a few kilometers, and it takes you a while, that trip is going to be very much the same every time. But the environment is so beautiful, so you don't think about it.
But that's what I mean. Like Spider-Man as well was super repetitive in a lot of places. But all in all, it is a fun game to play.
Because you still love swinging, right?
Yeah, it's
and I still love dueling. So if you're running and then you all of a sudden run into this sneak Mongol
but do you only
gang.
Fight Mongols, or do you fight other Japanese friends?
You fight Ronin, ninja, stuff like that too.
Because I'm thinking it's a complicated war.
It is. And you really get into it too. I hate the Ronin because they're like, but you're Japanese and you're selling out. You
but
really
mercs, basically,
but so are you kind of
Yeah.
in a way. Not that you're helping Mongols,
But you're not fighting for a side, are you?
No,
You're fighting for Japan.
You're fighting for, well, in the beginning you have, I think I can spoil just the first thing. It's the spoiler alert. If you really don't want to know anything, well, we've already talked about the game.
But we haven't really.
A little warning here, but the first mission is, or the big mission is, that you need to free your uncle that has been captive.
Okay.
And your uncle is a lord.
Okay.
So a bit higher up, and you are, I don't know how highly ranked samurai you are, but you're a samurai for your uncle, you know.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a very like a father-son relationship.
Mhm.
So that's the premise of the beginning of the game, and you don't have anything, and you need to sort of put together a little crew to help you rescue your uncle.
Okay.
But
so you put in, you work with others as well.
yeah, to
Cool.
a certain degree, you don't have to do anything with them other than meet them, and they're very.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to help them out, but normally
But are the characters like sympathetic and sort of like you get?
Yeah.
Whole
And the
thing?
more
Yeah.
you do missions with them, because you need to build trust and all of this, of course, the deeper the story goes, and like it's all so horrible. it's really really like I keep going into thinking like, is this what it was like living
like
then?
in that era,
Like,
yeah.
just imagining what that would be like in the time of the sword, you know, and if you're just living in this little cozy village, and then all of a sudden this guy comes in and he's like, no, I'm gonna rape you, I'm gonna kill all of you, and then I'm just gonna take all your food. And that's what they did. Like,
No, but it's Viking style as well.
Yeah.
They just occupy
it's
places.
crazy that used to be the world.
Mhm.
But oh man, I can talk so much shit about this game in a good way, and I don't really want to, because
No, but I do get it though.
I really want people to
Experience.
to try this game.
Yeah.
For me, it's the one of my favorite games because I love Japanese culture or Asian culture. I love samurais and ninja stuff like turtles.
Yeah. But I guess ninjas always like were close for us, and samurai,
yeah,
like
exactly.
they just looked badass.
It's so cool, and just any type of martial arts game that is done well, I love.
Remember that Japanese game that you had? That
Kengo?
Yeah, exactly. We loved that.
That was the first game I got for my first PlayStation, I think.
Yeah, because that
Or
one was a
PlayStation
lot
2,
of
maybe.
PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
But it was a fun game, man. Like,
And
with
that was
the
a
different
proper samurai.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you challenge different schools and like masters and stuff.
Yes.
And
And
it was a lot of fun.
I would have loved for this game to be a little bit more like that, so you could have had that challenge mode.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they're gonna keep doing games like this. I hope.
Yeah.
So if you guys are listening,
But I love
Sucker
that they
Punch,
made it infamous,
it.
and now they're doing this game.
Yeah.
Like, it's so different from what they
It's
did.
very. You can see that it comes from the same
Yeah, of
hands.
course. Like, yeah.
But this is light years from
But it's
Second
different as well.
Son. Is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, infamous
Yeah.
is what the games are called. So
What did they do in between?
they just did Infamous. They did Infamous 1, 2, and 3. So Second Son is the last one.
Yeah.
The third one.
Yeah.
And then this one.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sucker Punch.
There you go.
I don't know if they did any other type of games.
Like the last really good thing that sold me into this game more than anything was the Akira Kurosawa mode.
Yeah, that is pretty
It's
fucking
so
neat.
dope.
And they do speak Japanese as well when you flip to that mode.
Oh, you can switch languages.
You can?
Always.
Always.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, that's awesome.
So,
But do you play in English?
I play in English, and I actually prefer it.
I don't want subtitles. That's the thing.
That's it. I want to be able to just be in the world.
Yeah, same.
But the English voices are really, really, really good. I'm pretty sure they did the English voices primarily. Like, that's what they did. And then they added the Japanese stuff.
ones, yeah.
Because I saw some video on that the Japanese voices look dubbed. So, like,
Yeah.
what's the point in having Japanese voices if they look dubbed?
Yeah, if it looks fake.
And if the English voices are good.
Yeah.
Unless you're Japanese and, want to play it
Yeah,
that way.
totally get that.
But it's really cool to be able to just, anytime you want, flick over to the Kurosawa mode and you get pure black and white with the film grain and all of that. So you're really
But I like that the
playing
film
a
grain
movie.
wasn't as in your face as I thought it
no,
would
no,
be.
no, no. It's
Yeah.
like
it's just
very
there.
discreet.
Sometimes it just flicks
yeah.
by and.
I haven't played that much in Kurosawa mode because the world is so vibrant with colors.
Yes,
It just feels like you're like robbing yourself of this
It
beautiful
feels
thing.
like a 4K TV demo.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It really is. Oh man, I wanted to do a little video just to show you when I was walking through this field of
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna get.
oh,
I'm gonna finish Far Cry and then I'm gonna get to that.
and everything is so seamless too.
Mhm.
Like man.
I wonder how that's gonna be after Far Cry, because Far Cry is the exact opposite. It's constant chaos.
Mhm.
Like whether I'm in the fight or not, there's always like stuff happening.
Nice.
Like you just hear like get down on the ground, blah blah blah. Like these cultists screaming to like because they take normal people and drive them up to the cult to baptize them
kill
and
them?
absolve them. No, absolve them from their sins,
Oh
and
my
then you
God.
join or die basically. But
Nice.
they're so convoluted in like the way that they want everything to work and how people are gonna act, and you can like I had this mission that I told you where I was like, oh, you gotta save these 3 guys. They're like, oh, you gotta save my team. That's what this lady needs your help. After you help another lady, like you save a church
Mm-hmm.
and some gravestones of like American war heroes, and that was a hard fight. A lot of like people coming like from all sides, and you just like on the top of the church just shooting at them. But the fun thing is like as soon as you do that mission, there's like a lady, oh, I saw what you did here, and like I would really need your help. We were trying to rescue people, and we got caught. Well, my team got caught, and you were supposed to save these 3 people. And like I go down to the place where they're held hostage. I jump down, like from a cliffside with my rope, and I like sneak in through the water, like fucking Rambo or Commando, and I just like kill everyone. And I free the hostages, and I take him to, and I'm supposed to take them like 500 meters, or like further down to this like secret meeting spot. And I do the whole mission. Like, there's a lot of bad guys running in from the forest. Like, the struggle. We get there. The cutscene. Yay! Completed the mission. As soon as that, like, cutscene plays, you just hear, like, roar! And a bear comes out of the fucking forest, murders all 3 of them. And I just, like, 3 headshots in the head of the bear, dead. And I was like, all that for them to just die from a bear attack. And that is the essence of this game.
That's Far Cry.
Yeah, that's Far Cry.
Nice.
It is just
Bears.
no, but it's so serious, like, oh, save us, blah blah blah. I recently saved a pilot and his pregnant wife. It's just like stuff like that where you sort of like you save people, and it feels so serious sometimes. And then it's just bananas shit where it's like there's like this road blockade and somebody's fighting. There's a hostage. There's this thing, and everyone's fighting. I'm fighting. My dog's fighting. And then suddenly, like a bald eagle just flies down and attacks someone. You're like, what the fuck? And it's
Nature,
so
man.
nature is always there. There's a cougar. There's this other thing. Just like, and it's all at the same time. There's a chopper there. There's like bazookas and like turrets on on cars. It's just like so many things happening at the same time.
Eagles with bazookas.
Eagles with bazookas. There's a shovel bazooka you can buy if you want to.
Fuck yeah.
Just shoots shovels. And also you can throw like all the melee weapons that they have, like shovels, baseball bats, pipes, rock. You can throw them all. Like on enemies, just like
Fantastic.
it's super fun. Like
Just
the
mindless
game
fun.
it's mindless fun.
Yeah.
So the story of the cult, like it's not that deep, but it's deep enough to be entertaining.
Yeah.
As like you're playing an action
But
movie.
do you get sort of invested?
You do get invested,
Yeah.
and that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the fun part. It's and it's fun because you meet all these crazy people. Like all the crazy stereotypes that are in American movies, you will meet them in this game.
Fantastic.
And also they have a fucking kick-ass soundtrack. There are songs there that play on the radio that I listen to on a daily.
Oh,
Some,
really?
like my rock songs.
Oh,
Yeah, some of them.
sweet.
So that was super cool when I got to this camp that I liberated, and I was like, you're like, yes, because at first I heard it, like I was away from the radio, and I was like moving closer to the radio, and I was like, oh my god, they were playing my jam. So I just took the car that it was coming from, and it just like drove off. I was like, yes, and I just drove through the forest.
My car.
Yeah, that's the best thing. You can steal everything,
Of course.
like choppers, like planes, and it's also simple. And you have a wingsuit and a parachute, so you can just jump out whenever you want to. So it's just
I can take anybody's horse that I want.
but it's like
in
just
Tshushima.
cause, but fun.
But Just Cause is fun too.
No, but not the third one. I didn't enjoy the third one.
No.
The second one, I had some really fun missions. The third one gets super repetitive fast.
Yeah, I only played
And
the beginning
fourth
part
one
of it.
I have not played because I thought the third
No,
one was the
fourth
last
one was the one that I
because that's the one
played.
with the tornadoes and shit. But I didn't play.
get that far.
Yeah, I didn't get that. It's just a few instances that it appears, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna get repetitive, so I don't like playing those because that's a dead world. Everyone says like every town you go to, it's the same dialogue over and over in the
Of
third
course.
one.
Oh, really?
So I couldn't be bothered. Yeah, I was like, fuck.
But I
this.
heard the fourth one was supposed to be really good.
I don't know.
But
I just
yeah,
don't want.
I-
I'll buy it for like $50.
Yeah.
Or $55.
I tried it on PlayStation Now when I had that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like it wasn't fun enough to invest in. You
Mhm.
know, I was more invested in Saints Row than Just Cause.
Oh,
but it's
dude,
pretty much,
Saints Row is
pretty
fun.
much the same.
Like it is a fun.
and
game,
that is
though.
mindless fun. Like
That is
for
mindless
real.
fun, but that also like even though the town is dead, you don't run around in town. You just go to
No.
missions, like and do the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You don't like I didn't bother doing any of the extra stuff in that game. I just played all the story missions basically, and it was fun. Like if you stick to that, they're fun. I don't like any of the challenges, all that stuff. Like it's not for me.
I love all that stuff.
Yeah, like we're driving around with the tank and blowing shit up. Like it was fun once, but I never do those things.
And
Like,
for
I
me,
just-
I love leveling up, like the satisfaction of
Mm-hmm.
becoming stronger quicker, and that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I
yeah,
loved
yeah.
all those challenges in Saints Row, and that's why I love Tsushima
I did
as well.
some
because
of them. I did some of them.
It's a very, you get rewarded
Mhm.
quick.
But that's the cool thing about, for example, Assassin's Creed. They have a skill tree,
Mm-hmm.
and at any time, for a small amount of money, you can just zero it all and then just rebuild it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's super fun. Like any time during your game, no matter how far in you are, you can just take back all your 50, 60 skill points and just
And replace them.
Yeah.
and- oh, okay. Nice.
so you can have all the skills you want. Because I thought you had to do them, like this, but you could do them however you wanted, and I
Mm.
didn't know that. I don't know why I thought it was like rigid. Because some of them were
Mhm.
like there were just some skills that were tied to each other.
Yeah.
But that wasn't all of them.
Oh, okay.
And then in the sort of like the loading screen, it said like, oh, you can at any time reset your. I was like, what? And I saw this early on, thank God.
Mhm.
So you can change your playstyle however you want.
Nice.
So in that game, it's super fun to level up.
Yeah.
Because it means you can like fight harder enemies, plus also get more stuff, or new stealth attacks, or like just make them stronger. So
Mhm.
it is a fun game to play around with.
Yeah, but with the Tsushima, it's very, like, you have the stuff that you just want to excel in or upgrade. So it's all set, and you just sort of, well, I like this fighting style, so I'll invest
Yeah.
more in that one. And also really cool that you can switch between the different fighting styles.
That's what I heard as well, like
mid-fight.
depending on who you're fighting.
It's
yeah.
just like a different button combination, just
Mhm.
like if you're switching
But
between
is it
a kunai or a bow.
the square buttons on the side that you switch? the
You
fighters?
hold R1, R2, and then you
Ah.
just press either triangle or
Okay,
X
okay,
or
yeah.
something, and it switches between the different stances that are sort of, this stance is better for people with shields, and this
Mhm.
one is better for people with spears. And it's like, because they all come rushing in at the same time, you
Oh,
need to be able to
fuck.
switch between.
But I heard
so
it
you
was
can do it.
seamless.
It
a lot
is.
of the fighting was made so seamless. Like although you switch, it becomes second nature. And
Yeah.
it's so much
Right now, I mean, yeah, I'm still playing on easy, so it is
son of a
easy.
bitch.
But it's just so
Satisfying.
Yes, like especially now that I've increased a
Mhm.
lot of other stuff, which is like so cool,
Mhm.
like the real samurai awesome stuff. But it's just like when you go in and you take down like a full village because you've become so badass, like I guess you with Witcher, you just walk in there, own the place,
Mhm.
and you can even call out everybody from the village at some point and just like, come out and face me, and then
Oh,
just have
shit.
everybody
Yeah.
come in, and you're like, let's fucking do it. And you can also, anytime you want, just do the, you sort of
you
swipe,
sheath.
yeah,
You sheath your sword.
and clean your blade, and like you can, flick off the blood, and
yeah.
all of that stuff. So it's
So
like,
cool.
for me being a samurai
Yeah,
geek,
that is. We love that stuff. Remember the sheathing of the sword? We could have just
Yes.
played around with
yeah,
that.
yeah. And I loved it so much that I actually watched The Seven Samurai just the other day. 3.5
I haven't
hours.
I haven't seen that in ages.
It's
3.5 hours.
yes, but it does have a 5-minute intermission, which is nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I posted a story just to see if anybody knew.
I didn't even see it. Oh yeah, but I haven't been online. So.
No, it was just like in Japanese. It said like 5 minutes intermission or whatever. Nobody knew, unfortunately. But like that movie is from 57, I think.
It's ages ago, dude.
But it still holds up. Like
Really?
it's still good. It's a solid movie.
Mm.
Very, of course, it's outdated in some aspects, but
But
Man.
I don't think you can get away from that. when
that movie
movie's
has
that old, yeah.
inspired every good
Everything.
movie.
Yeah.
Even Star Wars. Like Star Wars
Mhm.
is inspired by the Seven Samurai. Seven Samurai even has the wipe. What do you call it? Like the fade, wipe fade.
Oh,
When you like go
shit.
to a new
Yeah,
scene from Star Wars, you know that?
Mhm.
Seven Samurai was first. So
That is pretty badass.
George Lucas has actually said that he stole it straight up. Like that's his. Yeah, it's just cool.
That is super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, again, me geeking out over samurai stuff. But it was definitely worth seeing The Seven Samurai. I think that is a movie that, even if you're not super into movies the way we are,
Mhm.
you're still going to enjoy it because that movie pioneered what people do today with
Yeah.
movies.
A lot of movies, like no matter if they're samurai related
No,
or not.
no. Like everything. The way you, like, just how you shoot really dynamic and dramatic scenes. Like the really good close-ups are like, it's very intense all the time, and it's masterful.
Mm.
I guess, without being too geeky.
But again, like I think there are some movies like that throughout history, that set the bar of how things are made.
Oh
And
yeah.
For anyone like born around the 2000s, the Matrix movies,
Mm-hmm.
like whether you like the Matrix or not, it did some stuff that
You can't-
everyone was like either
You can't deny the
Yeah.
impact of.
because everyone
movie.
was making. You remember the bullet dodge?
Oh man, yeah.
Like how many movies didn't have that to the
I would
point
say
where it wasn't
every
even,
movie after Matrix
Dude.
the first year.
I think even that, like, whatever the Rob Schneider movie, the Gigolo one, like,
Yeah.
even they have a scene,
Yes,
I
they do.
think.
They do.
That, and, like, Kung Pao had it, and, like, a plethora of other movies have it.
Yes.
Like, it's just, like, then you've made a mark on the world,
Mhm.
like, when everyone's, like, pulling from your movie.
Yeah. And
And
like I would have loved to have heard what the reviews were for the Seven Samurai when that came out.
Back in the day.
Yeah, like was it?
But I'm thinking, like, Japanese people are always polite, so.
Yeah, yeah,
They're just always polite.
yeah. I love the fact that after a movie, if they really really like it, everybody's super quiet and just honors the movie. So when they premiered Star
Hooray.
Wars,
Yeah.
and they went to Japan and everybody was super excited, and then the movie was finished and it was dead quiet in the whole cinema, everybody was like, fuck, we're gonna die. Like they hated it so much, they're gonna kill us. But no, that was like the utmost respect you could get from the Japanese people, of just total silence,
That is insane, though.
that they're just sitting there and just like taking it in and like
Oh my
but
god!
you know,
Yeah,
just
that
the
is
culture
terrifying. Yeah,
differences.
That is terrifying. Like
Yeah.
imagine like Westerners are not quiet at all.
No, I haven't been to. Well, I haven't been to America, but I haven't been to an American cinema ever, and that is
No,
on the
neither have
bucket
I.
list
Yeah.
because apparently, like whenever something funny happens, everybody like shouts and screams, and whenever there's action, everybody shouts and screams, and like everybody just shouts and screams all the time. So I don't know. Maybe I'll hate it, or maybe it'll become more
Maybe you'll
of a,
throw
like
popcorn at them.
yes.
I did not see that.
Yes. Don't pick up the phone if you're next to me at the cinema. You will get popcorn in your face.
Mhm. And then me sitting beside Robert, not seeing that, telling the guy not to bring up his phone all the time. He yelled at me something popcorn. I was like, what? I was like, that's your comeback? Something popcorn?
And I was popcorn.
And then Robert was like, yeah, I threw popcorn at him. I was like, check.
Yes.
Check.
That's my thing. That's what I do. Passive aggressive. You know, popcorn doesn't hurt. Not on the skin.
Not
at least.
enough. No,
Only in the
popcorn
soul.
doesn't hurt. No.
Only mentally.
Exactly. Robert
Jesus.
attacks the soul.
Yes.
Swallow popcorn. Swallow popcorn.
That was the worst. Or I'll swallow your popcorn. Is that what you said?
No, I just said swallow popcorn.
Swallow your popcorn. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So samurai games and Far Cry,
Mm-hmm.
all good things.
Yeah, both. Like, if you're looking for that, like, to calm your soul, play Tshushima or Ghost of.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Exactly. And if you want to just cause mayhem and go bananas in a first-person shooter,
Far Cry 5.
Far Cry 5 is your game.
Thank
It is a lot of fun with the crazy.
Yes. And yeah. Do we have anything else?
No, I tried watching a lot of things, but none of what I wanted to watch was available. Because I was going to see, like, I saw that The Boys was out, but then when I was going to watch it, it was just like, it was there. They're like, season 2. I was like, yeah, season 2. And it's like, not available in your country.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I felt for the exact same thing. I went in and was like, oh my God, season 2. And it was just like the trailer.
Yeah. And then
yeah,
like, not available in your
yeah.
country because it wasn't out in any country.
So I think.
Motherfuckers. Why?
September.
But why bother? Yeah, why the fuck put it out there?
And
like-
I got my parents so invested in that show. Because I
Awesome.
bought the first season for my dad for his 60th
Oh, you
birthday.
did? Awesome. Oh, that's what you got him.
Yeah,
Eventually.
well, I
But
couldn't get him
But dude,
anything else.
that's really good though. That's
Because
a
I was
really
like,
good show.
I know he would love it.
Yeah.
And then it turned out both my mom and dad loved it. So
Yeah,
they're
it's hard not
both
to
like,
love it,
oh,
yeah.
we can't wait for the second season.
Yeah.
So that's so
Awesome.
cool.
Because it was really good.
Yeah.
And I was super bummed that it wasn't there. Then I tried watching Primal.
Ah.
And it's not available in your country.
But the Primal show.
Yeah.
But
I don't want
how did you see it?
I didn't see it because
Ah.
it's not available in anywhere.
Then
I
where
have
did you
3
try to
fucking
reach?
subscriptions. Or 4 subscriptions. And it's not available on Amazon in Sweden. It's not available on whatever the fuck else I have. Netflix, Viaplay, HBO. Not available.
So you just shouldn't watch
So
it.
I'm just not going to watch it.
Nope.
Because there's, like,
Is that the dinosaur show?
yeah, that's super brutal where they kill everything. Everyone's primal. I have no idea what it's about. But yes, it is about this. It's super severe. I have no idea what it's about.
Because
but,
I think I started watching it a long time ago, just like the first episode or so, and sort of went, no.
Really?
Yeah. If it's the same show, I'm pretty sure it is.
No idea.
Or
But I wanted to watch it because animated.
Yeah.
Couldn't.
Mm.
Boys couldn't.
Mm.
And then I tried watching the thing that we talked about with Blood Machines.
oh yeah.
Before we said we were going to watch it together. But I couldn't find it anywhere as well. Like, not available in your country.
Such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Why?
Why the fuck? Yeah. So, for those of you that don't know what the last one is, it's called Blood Machines, and it is a short sci-fi
Kickstarter movie.
yeah, based off of the music video by Carpenter Brut, or whatever the fuck it's called. Brut. And it's a music video, the first one. It's called Turbo Killer. and it is this like over the top sci-fi thing, and it's so cool in the style that they've made it, and it's just so worth watching. Like just a music video, and then if you live in the U.S., you can watch Blood Machines as well. Like I think it's gotten some terrible reviews, but it's not like a normal movie. It's basically like an extended music video.
See it as an art piece.
Yeah, it is an art piece. That's what I would say. And for me, I really like the visual style of it. I don't know how the story holds up because I can't find it.
Exactly.
No, but we were gonna watch it here today, but
We couldn't find it.
we couldn't find it.
No.
So
but if you want to see like snippets of it, I think it's one of the latest episodes of the Corridor Crew on YouTube, where they just look at really good CG.
Yeah,
stuff.
and also it is a low budget like short, so keep that in mind.
Yes.
But it is like the visual style. I think it's I don't know like vapor punk, synthwave, blah blah blah, all that stuff. I don't know.
Very a lot of neon lights and very retro.
Exactly,
like
spaceships,
VHS
monsters,
type
stuff.
of filter, like
It is,
but futuristic and awesome.
Yeah, looks super cool.
So that
And
I think
that was going to be today's topic.
so. We'll hold off on that one a little bit until we actually find it. But
No, but I really want to like support it.
yeah. We
So
need more of this type of
Exactly. So if
out
we
there.
can throw money at this stuff, this is where I want to spend my money.
Yeah.
Because Avengers will do fine without me, but this stuff.
Ooh, isn't Avengers the game coming out soon?
Is it?
I think so.
Did it look good?
Yes.
I haven't checked anything.
It looks awesome.
Because whatever I saw, it can't have been that because it sucked.
Well, if you only saw like the teaser, it wasn't all that much.
Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't seen anything.
But now, they've released a lot of gameplay and more of the
I will
story.
check it.
It looks a lot of like I think
But it's
with you and your
a
kids.
normal game.
Yeah, it is just
What type of game?
like Assassin's Creed.
Oh, it's an open world type of game.
Yeah, but you are like the Avengers and you get to play with everyone and all of this stuff. Yeah,
How
like
do you make that good? Like so many characters.
you need to check out the gameplay.
Fook.
I'll check
that
looks really fun. Like again,
Mhm.
mindless fun and being like the Hulk jumping around smashing things like or Thor or Iron Man or Scar.
Mhm.
Anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
So I can't
Okay,
wait.
I will check that out.
And
that is on my
apparently
list.
there's going to be a lot of cool cameos and all the nerdy stuff that I have always wanted.
Well,
so
that basically plays the Avenger game then. Because I played the Lego game.
yeah,
That's
pretty much the
something I played as well. Harry Potter Lego.
Oh,
We're back on that.
I never played the Harry Potter
I
ones.
hate them so
Really?
much. Yeah, this is the ones
The
that
Star
I
Wars ones are
hate.
awesome. I love the Star
The
Wars.
problem with
Lego
these
game.
ones is that there's a lot of and huh and huh. No one really speaks like the Avenger games that I've played, where they're fun,
Yeah.
and these ones are just dumb.
Speaking of geeky stuff, let's go home and see geeky stuff.
Let's do that.
Yeah. So
Doop. And thank you again, Paper Like, for sponsoring these 3 episodes that have been exactly released this summer. So
yeah, thank you so goddamn fucking much.
it's been epic. You've changed our
Views of iPads
and made our
lives.
iPads more useful.
Yes, like fantastic upgrade that we will never be able to live without.
That's a cheap upgrade for the amount of use that I get of my iPad now. Feels awesome. So now I can bring it to the beach and not feel or like not have a useless piece of
machinery
yes. with me. Yeah,
very good.
Because I've tried so many times. I'm like, maybe this time if I no.
But
yeah,
ever so grateful and I mean we're gonna keep promoting the product even if we don't get sponsored.
Yeah, I think a follow up in like 6 months or so might be in the works. Yeah,
definitely.
But yeah, if you want to support us though, you can visit paperlike.com/sketchbookheroes.com. Sketchbook Heroes.
Yes.
Robert can repeat it.
No,
Sorry.
no,
Never.
paperlike.com/sketchbookheroes. That's where you get your stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Don't know why I added the .com.
It sounds better with the .com.
I know. I'm used to saying our thing, so now it's just like .com. No.
Hello at sketchbookheroes.com.
It's like feels like an ending.
Exactly.
Ah.
No, thank you guys for listening
Always.
so fucking much. And if you listen this far, goddamn thank you so much, because we know how boring we are in the last part of this.
When the energy goes down.
It's a slippery slope, my friend, and we all go down. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
No, I need to go home.
Sounds like a net reference.
Yes.
Beep beep Richie. Water balloon. They don't float. Let's go play video games.
Yes. So thank you guys, and enjoy the week, and see you, hear you next week.